Ben and our 4 magicians have left school on a brand new mission. But do you think you'd recognise them if they were outside the classroom?
Do you?
Now's your chance, because they're going deeper undercover. With new disguises, ambitious costumes and even taller tales.
La 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 la!
This time we're taking unsuspecting kids out of school, piling them on coaches and sending them on school trips. They're off to visit some amazing locations where they will witness incredible magic.
I was like, oh my gosh.
And once again we're hiding secret cameras in every corner so you don't miss a trick on any school trip. The magic is bigger than ever.
Wow.
It might be term time, but school's out.
I can't believe our teachers did that.
How long will it take before the classes shouts?
Hello, it's me, Ian. Welcome to Help! My school trip is magic. Our magicians are no longer supply teachers. They're now gallivanting around as staff in some popular attractions. And because we know you know them, we've disguised them even more. We've secretly filmed the results with special hidden cameras. One of today's school trips takes place at a famous rugby ground. I love rugby, but it can be quite a rough game. I got quite hurt at my last match. They said my boots didn't match my shorts. They were designer. Here's what's coming up in today's show.
James is the head coach at the rugby stadium, but will Catherine be able to crank things up a notch?
Oh!
John's got something to sucker your mates with in Tricks of the Trade. You've been sending in clips of all your best magic tricks, and later on I'll be picking my favourite. It's the Wannabe Wizards. And Fergus plays a clumsy curator at the museum. But will the class fall for it?
Do you think you'll be able to tell if your school trip was magic? Do ya?
Here's James. He's the edgy one of the team. Hang on, this trick looks a bit flat though. No filler, but don't worry, it'll be a killer. Hold tight, he's a card-carrying magician. That trick nearly decked me. And the kids are climbing on deck, ready to set off on a school trip. But this is a school trip of 2 halves. The parents and teachers know it'll be magic. The kids don't, but they will end up the winners. They're going to have a ball! A funny-shaped one, because they're going to the World Rugby Museum at the 82,000 capacity Twickenham Stadium. There's been a stadium here for over 100 years. But for this match day, James needs to get his game face on and game wig on. And cause this is a team game, he's got Catherine to back him up as a rugby coach. Here comes the kids coach, winging its way to the stadium. The squad on board don't know the score or realise they've been sold a dummy about this trip. James and Catherine are pitchside and going through their pre-match drills. Oh, butterfingers. The kids have arrived and they're looking at the rugby memorabilia, including the cups and balls, the magician's favourite. They're warmed up and raring to go. Here come the kids. Will James and Catherine successfully convert the trip into magic? Or will they get recognised and kicked into touch?
Hello everybody, and welcome to the museum here at the stadium. We're very pleased to have you here today, and we're very proud that next year we will be hosting the 2015 World Cup. That's exciting. But who can tell me what sport this stadium is famous for?
It's not a trick question.
Yes. It is rugby. Rugby, and I love rugby ever since I was a little boy, growing up in Abergele Sideways back in Wales.
He's just made that up.
I wanted to be in rugby, and now here I am. I work in a stadium. I'm part of the physiotherapy department. Now, as you can imagine, the athletes we have here playing rugby, their bodies take a pounding sometimes, you know. They're very tough on the joints and the legs, and especially in the scrum, when you have 3 rows of players, all like this, and they all connect like this, and they all push against 3 rows of other players on the other side who are also pushing, and there's lots of pushing, and then their feet are involved and they're trying to gain possession of the ball, aren't they?
James has gained possession of their attention, that's for sure.
Now you can imagine, there's lots of tension on certain parts of the body. Which part of the body do you think takes the most pressure? Your neck, absolutely. You can imagine all that pressure on the neck. So here at the stadium, we have specific pieces of equipment to help condition the neck to take lots of strain and be able to be more mobile.
I'm gonna stick my neck out and say this kit's gonna do magic.
And I've got one of them with me today. This is the Neck Mobility Improver. And I'd like to demonstrate this for you now. Would you like to see it? Yeah. Absolutely. Do you want to come and give me a hand with this?
Catherine's going to assist. The class haven't sussed them.
The Neck Mobility Improver, as you can imagine, goes on the head like this. Oh, it's quite snug. And then if we go a little bit to the right then.
Not exactly Iron Man, is it? Whoa, that looks painful.
Okay, and now left.
Catherine's winding it round and winding the class up.
Oh, that's it. That's great as well.
Keep your eye on James's face.
Go on, go on.
Whoa! His head's going round the twist. They can't believe what they've just seen.
Oh, that felt good. Oh, that was amazing.
It was some amazing magic, but they still don't suspect. James whacked on this weird contraption.
Oh, it's quite snug.
He set the school trip's head spinning with his mind-twisted magic. He moved his head like an owl, without as much as an ouch.
Oh!
The class haven't seen through James's disguise, but they're soon going to see through his body. Now John is going to set you a magical challenge in tricks of the trade. If you fancy yourselves a magician, here's a trick you can try on your mates. John is going to show you how to get the drink from this bottle into this glass without taking the straw out, without sucking on the straw, or without tipping up the bottle. Can he do it? I bet he can't. Keep watching, and with any luck, John will quench your thirst for magic later in the show. Let's pass back to the Rugby Stadium and Museum. James poses a physio with some physically impossible magic. Now it's over to Catherine, as she's the cat in the hat.
I work with Jim here to try and improve the athlete's performance in physical contact sports. So obviously rugby is a very physical game, isn't it? And do you know what they call it when one player tries to grab the ball off another player? Yes. Tackling, excellent. What they do is they'll grab a player around the hips and they'll drag them to the floor.
This magic coming up is going to totally floor them.
And that obviously has a lot of strain on your hip joints. So we've come up with a way of trying to help with this and improve it. And here it is. It's the laser-operated hip displacer.
Looks pretty hip, eh?
So I'd like Jim to come and help me demonstrate this.
Some unusual gym equipment.
So all I'd like you to do, Jim, is get inside.
He's climbing in, but the trick don't know what they've let themselves in for.
And pop your head in this place here and your hand through this little bit.
That's his hand in place.
Foot, so everything is locked in place. That's really important.
There's his foot in position. The class can't take their eyes off it, but they can't see where this is going either.
Once he's securely in place, then we can shut the doors like this.
James is locked and loaded.
What we do now is we're just going to soften his joints and hips a little bit. So we use this. It's a medical grade laser.
Handled carefully by an A-grade magician.
Mind your fingers there, Jim.
That laser can't be softening up his joints, surely. The class are curious.
There we go. Now that should have done the trick. So let's see if it's worked.
This trick is going to knock them sideways.
Hold tight, Jim.
Hold tight at home too.
Gonna slide this along like that.
Would you look at that? James is splitting in half.
So there we go. And you can see he's become a lot more mobile.
Don't know about that. He's not going anywhere.
We open it up there.
There's his torso, the little so-and-so.
He really has become extremely flexible.
Now that's what I call a body swerve.
And with this kind of flexibility, playing on the pitch, it gives you a huge advantage over the other team and over the other players.
Would certainly be hard to tackle him if he could do that in a game.
So, do you think we should put him back together?
All right, then I'll go with the consensus.
Well, I think we should. So, let's close the doors. There we go.
Look, he's left his feet over there. Oh no, wait, that's just his trainers.
Okay.
Catherine's getting a shift on.
His hips back in place. There we go.
Let's hope he's in one piece.
Out you come, Jim. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel fantastic.
Feels good.
Oh, I feel fantastic now.
That's a relief for everyone.
So, there are a few other things we need to tell you about your visit today.
Now the second half is over, it's full time to reveal their secret.
You've all been set up by your teachers and your parents, and you're being filmed right now. There's a camera over there, there's a camera over there, and there's a camera over there. You're going to be on CBBC and my school trip is Nugget!
They think it's all over. It is now. Bum sport. There's plenty of noise from this crowd, but how did they summarise the sporting action?
It was fantastic.
James introduced some kit to help strengthen players in the scrum.
This is the neck mobility improver.
He had this box. He put it on his head and he was turning his neck around and around.
Not only that, he set the pupils' heads spinning.
It was amazing that he could turn his head right the way round.
James wound him up good and proper, and it was time for an unexpected twist.
You could see his legs and his foot was still sticking out of the box, but then his body was sliding to the side.
And it wasn't just James who was beside himself. In a word, it was...
Unbelievable.
Everyone's a winner, but nobody suspected their school trip was magic. Still to come, were you quick on the straw with John's secret and tricks of the trade? You'll just have to suck it and see. And will Fergus box Clipper at the museum? Or will the class realise their school trip is magic?
Oh, dearie me.
But first, we ask you to send in clips of yourselves performing your best magic tricks. We received loads of clips from all over the country. Each week I'll be choosing a favourite wannabe wizard and showing them to you guys. My wannabe wizard this time is Amy from St Helens, and with 2 tricks up her sleeve, she's double trouble. For her first trick...
Here is a blank card. Can you all see that?
Yes, we can. It's definitely blank.
Goes it.
Classic magical gesture, done with a plum. Whoa.
Can you all see a card?
It's now the 9 of clubs. How did that happen?
Magic.
Oh, so silly. And there's more magic where that came from.
I'm going to make one of these balls fall through a cup.
The ball is on top of the yellow cup.
Putting them on top, then abracadabra.
How on earth did that happen?
How did you know did that happen?
That's what I just said. You should know, Amy. That's one ball under. What's she going to do next?
I'm going to make another one fall through.
This time it's on top of the red cup.
Abracadabra. It fell through.
It's gone through and now there's 2. So there are 2 under the blue cup. She's putting the 3rd ball on top of that.
Here's the last ball. Let's see if it works. Abracadabra. Ow.
Are they all there?
Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. All the balls have fell down there.
3 balls, 2 great tricks. This is muscular magician Fergus. Nice bicep. John always has to go bigger and better, doesn't he? These strong men must tricep harder on this next school trip. Year 4 are made up because they're off out for the day. Their parents and teachers haven't told them that the whole reason for their trip is made up too. It's going to seem credible, but end up incredible. And would you credit it, they're going to Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. It's an attraction full of odd and quirky stuff, which is why we've sent in our most peculiar magicians. Alright, John, fancy seeing you here. The pupils are already expecting to see the weird and wonderful, so our guys will have to step up their game and go even deeper undercover.
Today I'm going to be playing a master of ancient artefacts, and I recently met Jedward, so I'm going to be putting on the Irish accent. They gave me a few tips and things that I hopefully then have improved it to a standard where people actually believe I'm Irish.
It's not gonna happen.
He's gonna be put to the test soon because the kids are here and they're looking round at the eye-popping exhibits. John and Fergus have also been enjoying measuring up to the world's tallest man, but time's ticking on. They need to get a shift on and the lift up, as the trippers are not far behind. The room's ready and rigged with cameras. It's time for John to get his magic on, because in they come.
Hello, boys and girls. I work here at this wonderful establishment. I love all the oddities, the strange things that we've got here. One of my favourites is over there. That is a full-size model of a Ferrari motor car that's been knitted entirely out of wool. I know, the lady who did that, she's an artist, right? She's going to do the inside of the car. She's going to knit the inside of the car.
This is where the truth gets a little bit woolly.
She's got all the wool here, right? All the wool for the different bits of the car. She's got like some wool for the seats, look, and she's got some wool for the headlamps. I don't know why, because they're on the outside of the car. And oh, there's one down there, that's right, the steering wheel, right? And there's a gearbox there, that's sort of half in, half out into the gearbox. And she's going to mix it all up.
He's going to come back to those boxes of wool.
I'll tell you what, another one of my favourites, you might have seen it round here, right? There's a picture of the Queen made entirely of 1p coins. Have you seen that yet? No. We have commissioned to have another one of those pictures made, right? And it's not going to be the Queen, this one. It's going to be Harry Styles. I know! Harry Styles from One Direction. We're going to have a picture of him made entirely of 10p coins, and it's going to be done in the same style. You see what I said? It's going to be done in the same style. And what we thought would be a nice idea is if your class had one of the 10p's in the picture of Harry Styles. Wouldn't that be great? So what we need to do is we need to mark the coin. So when you come back in about a year or so's time, all right, and you get here, and you know, you look at the Harry Styles picture, you'll be able to look at all the coins and you'll be able to see yours, because we'll mark it. So I need somebody to put some marks on the coin for me. Oh yes, this young lady here, what's your name? Wonderful, come out here, Jessica. Wonderful, come and stand here. Now, what I want you to do, Jessica, for me, is I want you to write your initials nice and big on this coin like that. That's it, just write your initials on there for me. That is lovely. Fantastic. Thank you, Jessica. You can have a seat. Now, there we are. We've got Jessica's initials on the coin. Now, we're actually collecting the coins in a jar. We haven't collected any yet, right? This is the first one we've collected. What we'll do is we'll get these coins, right? And we'll sort of, the artist will put them all in the picture where we need them. And then once they're up there and they're all there, what you can do is you can just, oh dear. Did anybody see that drop on the floor? No, neither did I. Did anybody hear it drop on the floor?
No! The coins disappeared. The class are disappointed. This is all part of the magic that John's weaving.
Do you know what could have happened? It could have fell in one of these boxes. My mother always said to me, if you lose anything, have a look in the glove box. I think this might have the wool for the glove box here. Oh,
told you the boxes would be important.
The box, look, here. And look what it says on the front there. Glove box. Now, I need somebody to help me have a look and see if the coin's falling into the glove box. What's your name, fella? Alex, come on out, Alex, lovely. Come and stand over here. Alex, just open up the glove box and have a look in there. Can you see any wool? Wonderful, take that out for me. Oh, there's a lovely ball of wool to make the glove box, look. I'll put that there. Now, maybe that 10p's fallen through that box, maybe it's fallen through that box, and maybe it's fallen in the wool.
Some spare wool for making the car, perhaps?
We need to unravel that. So, can you do me a favour? We'll just pop that in the jar. That's it. You just turn first that way a little bit. Let me grab the end of that. Now, we'll unravel it. All right, we'll unravel it. If you see a coin in there, would you let me know, Alex? Wonderful. I can't believe it would fall in the box, in the other box, in the other box, inside the wool. But can you see anything in the wool? What's in there, Alex? A box. There's another box inside the wool that was inside the box that was inside the box.
Is John off his box?
Alex, would you take the box out of there? That's it. Oh, it's got an elastic band round it. Take the elastic band off for me, Alex. Wonderful. Well, open up the box. I'll take the elastic band. Open up the box. There was a box inside the wall, inside the box, inside the box. What's inside the box? A little bag. Take the bag out for me, Alex.
The plot thickens.
Can you feel anything inside the bag, Alex? I'm more excited than you would know, Alex. Look, open up the bag. This is exciting, isn't it? Have a look inside. What's inside the bag, Alex?
It can't be, can it?
What is it? It's a 10p.
It is!
Show the boys and girls the signature on the front. Isn't that weird?
Jessica can't believe it. Nor can the whole trip.
That is Jessica's signature on the 10p coin that was in the bag, in the wool, in the box, in the other box, in the other box. Well done. I'll take that off you. Alex, you go and have a seat. Give Alex a big round of applause for helping.
The coin was marked but lost.
No, you can just that you can.
Then it reappeared in the most unlikely place. But the impossible is about to get even impossiblier. Is that even a word? It should be. Can someone give that Fergus a hand?
I seem to have knocked the key into the box.
Now it's time for John to reveal the secret and tricks of the trade. John will show you how to get the drink from this bottle into this glass without tipping the bottle or without sucking it through the straw. Do you vibrate the table? Nah. Do you do it a drop at a time? Nope, you can't pick up the straw. Here's how. You simply put your mouth on the bottle and blow. The pressure forces the liquid out through the straw into the glass. You can try that one with the juice at the breakfast table. Thirsty work, but someone's got to do it. Back to the Museum of Oddities, and John did something unexplained with a coin and some wool. But things are about to unravel even further.
Hello, boys and girls, how are ya? Now, I'm responsible here for the artifacts that come in to the attraction. I make sure they arrive safely and I make sure they are stored properly. I rack, I stack, and I pack. I do all of those things together. Isn't that exciting?
If you say so, mate. Good rhyme, though.
Now, this type of box is the typical type of box we would use to rack, to stack, and to pack things. So, you can see here it's got a rather small 75mm hole, and that allows for air to go into the box, circulate, and stop mold and mildew and all those horrible things in the box. Would you like to see what's inside the box?
Not so much an old box of artifacts as a severe case of magic.
I need a helper, a wee man or a wee girl. You, sir, what's your name? Ricky, will you come up here? Give Ricky a round of applause.
Ricky's coming up to examine the box.
Now, obviously, this box has extreme valuables in, and I'm talking worth a fortune. So, Ricky, I'd like you to unlock the box. So if you take that, there we go. And if you just put the key in the padlock and then just turn the key. It's pretty tricky, Ricky. There we go. That's grand. Thanks very much. And if Ricky, if you just stand to one side, great. And we'll open up the box. And Ricky, all I'd like you to do is just have a tap round the box and make sure that really is like a proper solid box.
Good solid proof.
And tap the top as well. Excellent. Ricky, you can sit back down. Give Ricky a round of applause. Now, I'd like to share with you the first item in the box. It is a Chinese dragon mask.
They're impressed already. No magic required. This is going to go well.
I didn't even know that dragons wore masks.
That's his little joke.
Pretty cool. So that's the first item. Now, the second of the items is my favourite. It's the shawl of Donegal.
And he's going to pull the rug out from underneath this school trip.
We'll actually come back to that later. I'll leave that on the side. Lastly, we have a African drum.
Yep, that's impressive.
Now, years and years and years ago, the tribes used these to communicate between each other. And I'm pretty good at playing the drum. Would you like to hear?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Go on, Fergus, hit it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Now, right there, what I've done is communicate with my mammy, asking her what's for tea.
This is strange.
That's brilliant. That's my favourites. That's sausages, chips, and tiny weeny little peas. Isn't that brilliant?
Brilliant, but unexplained. Surely the class suspects something fishy is going on.
Now, the box, obviously, with its valuables, can't stay unlocked for long. So it's important that we close the box right up.
Watch that box. That's where the magic's going to happen.
Back on like so.
Empty, but fully locked and secured.
Now, I am the only person here in the entire attraction that is entrusted with this key right here and this padlock.
Are they fools? Fergus can't be trusted with anything.
And that's because I'm an extremely reliable individual
Whatever, mate.
who wouldn't think of losing such a...
Uh-oh, the key's fallen through a tiny hole in the box.
I seem to have knocked the key into the box. Oh, dearie me.
He's trying to grab it through the hole. Careful, mate.
Would you come and tell them a thing about the shawl of Donegal?
All right, I'll come and have a go.
I can't get the key.
All right, well, don't worry, lad. I'll show them the shawl of Donegal. There we go. Sally, can you give me a hand? Can you just grab that? This is beautiful. This is the shawl of Donegal. Look at that. Look, isn't that wonderful?
That there is a prime example of Northern Irish weavery. You can see on the top.
Truly a pro, Fergus is still keeping it going while he fumbles around in the box.
Now let me try and get this key. And on the bottom, you've got an extremely traditional weave that web that we're used to seeing. I've got it!
He's got the key!
I've got the key!
Whoa, he's fallen through the tiny hole into the box. They can't believe it. Fergus is small, but he's not that small.
Oh.
Let me out!
I can't see you. Give us the key. I'm gonna have to. I can't hear a word you're saying. All right, stop banging. I'll let you out. Honestly. I don't know how you've done that. I don't know how you've got yourself in there, lad.
Now, boys and girls, unfortunately, that is not the first time that's happened.
He's in one piece, and the class are about to do their pieces when the truth comes out too.
Now, boys and girls, as he has let me out of the box, it's time I let the cat out of the bag. I am actually not someone who works here at this here attraction. My name is Fergus.
My name's John.
And we are both magicians. And all of you have been set up by your schools and your teachers and your parents, and there's a camera over there, there's a camera over there, and you're all going to be on the CBBC show, Help! My School Trip is Magic!
The class went off like a jack in the box after seeing Fergus in a box.
I thought that trick was unbelievable.
Fergus knocked the key into the tiny hole and tried to get it back, but he fell in and they fell for it.
He appeared in the box and it was shocking.
Would someone give Fergus a hand? He's got himself into a tight spot.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
Maybe he magicked himself into the box.
It was definitely him as he climbed out in order to come clean.
That's happened.
I think that trick was really magic.
Yeah, it was. In fact, this whole school trip was magic.
Shawl of Donegal? More like the sheet of indiscreet. I'm going to ask for a blanket ban on those kind of tricks. See you later, but until then, if you're on a school trip and you think something magic's going on, maybe you'll find yourself shouting, "Help! My school trip is magic!"